Hey guys, in this tutorial we're going to cover photo compositing inside of Adobe Photoshop. So if you're new to Photoshop and you've never merged two images together, this is going to give you a little sneak peek about how to do that. And we're going to learn a couple other little tricks along the way. First, we're going to come over here and grab this magic eraser tool down here at the bottom underneath the eraser tool. So grab that for me. And if you have a solid colored image or something pretty close to it, and you want to delete the background like this, like for instance if it's on a white background, you can take this magic eraser tool and just click the background and it'll automatically delete that entire color based on the tolerance set here. So the lower the tolerance, what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, I want to pick a very specific color. So if this is a gradiented color, you're going to need a higher tolerance to select more colors in that range. So right now with a pure white, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go ahead and select here. And notice that it selected everything that was white that connected to each other. So white, 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 and this was connected to each other. This was connected to each other all the way around. But then I have these little spots in between his arms that I'm going to need to click again because they weren't connected to the part that I clicked. So I'm going to have to click those as well. Also, it's important, let me go back here. I kind of clicked the wrong color. Alright, there we go. Notice that the opacity is set to 100, which means you want to eliminate 100% of the color. So if this was on like 50%, you would only eliminate about half of that white color there, and it would still have this faded white look there. So make sure if you want to delete everything, this is all the way up to 100%. Okay, so this little checkered pattern in the back here is telling you that it's a transparent layer behind this guy with a guitar right now. So even though there's not two layers here, it's telling you that, you know what, this is the only thing on this layer, which is what we wanted because we're going to merge it with another image. So take your rectangular marquee selection tool and select whatever object you're trying to do, and you can grab this PSD file on there as well. Select this entire guy, do a command copy, so command C, which will grab this and put it in your clipboard. And we're going to go over to our other image, which is this concert photo, and we're going to composite this image on there just by going command V. Voila! Well, it looks kind of funky with him being so tiny and everyone being so big, so I'm going to come here to edit, go to transform and scale. And since I'm on the layer that I just pasted in here, it's going to put my bounding box around him. So I can click here and hold my shift key to make sure that it's going to be proportionate. And I'm going to drag till I like the size of it. That looks about right. And I'm going to put him right here, kind of give him a good position. And you know what? That looks pretty good, but it's kind of confusing with everything being so clear and in focus, and knowing that these are two different images. So select your background image, and let's go up here to filter. We're going to go down to blur, pick this Gaussian blur, which is probably the most common one that you'll ever see. And it kind of added this nice blurry effect of the background, so it looks like this may actually be all one photo, or at least it tricks the eye into thinking for a second that it might be a real photo. And you can of course zoom in and out of this preview window to see how blurry it is, or if you want to actually change the blurriness, you can do that here by messing with the radius of the blur per pixels. So I'm going to choose something right around the 25 range, and there we go. Looks pretty good. And now we have a composited image. So it's starting to look like a guitar ad or something. So maybe if we wanted to, we could grab the text tool. I like Helvetica New, and we're going to make this a white color. And we're going to type buy your guitars here. And we could go up here back to our famous edit transform tools, scale this without messing with the font size, and make this pretty big. And we'll kind of hide it underneath some of the guitar there. Maybe this is too big. If you kind of hide some of the lettering, right, it looks like you've stuck in a little bit more time to your ad than you actually have. So let's do that. And then, you know what, I'm not really digging how bright white this is, so let's double click on our layer over here, and we'll play with our layer style and just turn the opacity down, kind of give it this faded subliminal message feel. And there you go. That's composited in an image. This is not going to be something as formal and as detailed as, you know, maybe taking out his beard and putting a new face of someone on his body. But this is composited image, where we've brought two images together and we've added some other details, and now you know how to bring one image and bring it into another one as a layer and kind of bring them together. And you can do that in all sorts of different forms. So if I wanted to bring different eyeballs into this guy's glasses, I could do that. Or if I wanted to take his tattoo off, I could bring in someone else's arm and stick it on there. There's just a whole host of things that you can do with image compositing, and I encourage you to play with it as a newbie to Photoshop. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and look forward to seeing the next one.